Hello, and welcome back to the CCA League Season 5 match. This is week 3?
Week 3? Yeah, this is week 3. Yeah, you are correct, Frosty.
I don't know, so much has happened. I kind of lost consciousness for a bit, but yes, welcome back to Season 5, Week 3. I am Frosty, and I am joined today by the lovely Neptune.
Hi, how are you doing, Frosty?
I am definitely doing, and going into these matches, like week 3 though, a lot of stuff has happened to just shake up the league, right?
Yeah, definitely. A lot has been happening here, but hey, you know what's crazy happening here tonight? We are going to be previewing two CCA teams, one of which is from SCAD. And you know, Frosty, from listening to the podcast and everything coming up to this point here, this is their debut on CCA Twitch, technically speaking, live in game here.
Oh, nice. Okay, welcome aboard, and definitely for sure, I want to see what they're cooking.
Oh yeah, for sure. And they're not alone in this charade. You know, a match requires two teams. We're going to be having Bonefish Bay from University of North Carolina, Greensboro, facing off here today. So both these teams here are going to be from Division 4 right here. SCAD, the orange team in specific here, is 1-1 so far in the season right now, with Bonefish Bay being 0-2 right here. And Frosty, I just got to mention, just like, you know, hey, these record things are like kind of a bit trivial at the end of the day, especially when you're getting into that match. What matters is the here and now and how you're going to be able to play the game coming up here.
You're absolutely right about that. Every match is just take it as its own different war that you have to fight today. Looking over at SCAD Orange's keys to victory, going to be focusing paint control, coordinating specials and pushes, and keeping adaptive positioning to react to their opponents. On the flip side, we see Bonefish Bay. Their keys to victory being applying pressure from off angles, taking key fights in smart ways, and keeping aggression high. So I guess with those on the table, how do you think this match is going to play out?
I think this match is going to play out pretty well here, but apparently it's my time to go. The voices in my head tell me that the actual commentator that's scheduled for this lock here is going to be taking over here. Take it away, Lila.
Hi, thank you very much, Neptune. Sorry for being a little bit late here, but we are having a grand old time right now, right, Frosty? Sorry to leave you hanging
Sorry,
for a
but
bit.
let me just let me, get in the box, Neptune. Okay, there we go.
You gotta tuck them away,
Alright.
put on the flex seal, you know, just to be sure.
Yep, a little extra
Put the voices away.
top.
We're chilling, But yeah, I'm excited to see how college teams play. Haven't seen it too often, but you know, we're gonna be excited to see what's gonna go down.
Right, and going up here on the first map, going to be Rainmaker on Manta Maria. Looking at the comps right here, we do see the heavy splatling with the Enzap going to go for a very mobile, aggressive combo. The Carbon Roller coming out from Bonefish Bay, along with that Tri-Nouveau with the cooler. It's going to be a cooler war, I'm thinking.
Yeah, definitely. It's very advantageous, I want to say, to the Tri-Slosher and the Roller here especially. The terrain advantage, I believe, is going to play a big part in how both of these teams are trying to handle each other, especially during the whole cooler situation where you have to like play for cooler so much.
Right, and it's going to be a very tense neutral, but it looks like SCAD Orange is going to secure themselves a very slight early lead. The Rainmaker Shield is popped in their color. That giant area in the mid is their territory. The question is, are they able to convert this into a tangible benefit leading into this first push? Looks like Smalley is going to clear out that area and get that Rainmaker still covered in their paint, forcing Bonefish Bay to hunker themselves down up in that bunker area, using that splash wall notably from the 52 gal, trying to corner that Tri-Strikes. Yes, they do manage to get that,
There
Lila.
it is. Yeah, there they go. They're really trying to capitalize back on the foot here, Bonefish Bay. At the moment, the specials are coming out, the strikes and the whale displacing their enemies, but the pickup on the Rainmaker got caught out by the heavy, I believe. Just able to shut it down and only getting 5 points on the board for them. But the Zuka trades are going to start happening from the Carbon Roller and the shot. Unable to clear anybody, but they're still playing the patient game here, both of these teams. They're playing the patient game here, you know. They just gotta play for the cooler and trying to get picks with the specials as passively as possible.
Definitely, for sure. It's all these one-down situations. I don't think we've seen a two-down yet, with these teams just kind of taking their fights all in one area, being very cautious, thinking, okay, well, respect the range. We don't want to go two down early. This is Manta Maria, so that checkpoint is deceptively close on that left side. So making sure you keep your defense and your team just coordinated on that is going to be critical to survive this brutal neutral.
Definitely, but the brutal neutral is going to be a free down from Bonefish Bay, but Nemi on the 52 is going to be able to save it just in the nick of time, stopping the Rainmaker just by themselves at the moment. Still haven't scored a single point here from the orange side. They're going to have to figure something out soon. Half of the game is already gone by, and the 52 is already ready with another whale to displace them, and also finding the 52 outside with the bomb. This is going back in favor for the orange side just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I feel like I'm watching some sort of interpretive dance right now, with these teams just kind of trading places back and forth. All right, we do see the strikes coming out. The Rainmaker is online, moving towards the left side, trying to get that early checkpoint on the left. One member of Bonefish does go down, looking for a second pick with that Rainmaker. Hudsonic trying to edge their way through. Will they find it? Making the left side, making the push, caught out. No, the Cardinal is going to clean them off. Stop the push. They do take the lead. However, it is not enough to secure that checkpoint.
Checkpoint is very important. Like you said, it is deceptively close and it's already down to a 73. But however, I believe with the amount of specials Bonefish Bay has right now deployed, they're going to be able to try and find a pick or two. There goes the neutral trade. Are they going to be able to follow up on the Zuka and trying to find more space? No, but the Octoshot already has their strikes ready. Just maybe they can still hold on to this mid fight as long as they need. They find one. Are they going to be able to find a second or third with the strikes coming in now? 2 down on the side of orange side.
Oh, Cleone with that carbon roller, managing to get that pick on the rush down. As no, they're going for the checkpoint. No, that's another lead flip. However, another checkpoint failed. That's 3 down on both sides. What is happening, Lila?
Can we take a note that the Tri-Soldier player just died to the shield, getting squeezed into the wall there? A little comical, but they did break the check with it, and they did take the lead. Now they just have to hold the defense and hopefully do not lose checkpoint. But you especially have to watch the right side here, because that's just a free check. But they don't. I don't know. The right side is hard to follow up on because now it's just. Oh, wait, it's relatively orange right now. Oh, I might be mistaken. There's 2 down on the street. 3 down now on the street from the Bonefish Bay. They just have to pop this and get the lead. The strikes are down to try and hold on Comatic, but this is going really slow at the moment. Bonefish Bay is able to regroup out. Now they have the lead. They can push it down just a little bit further.
Oh, this is a nightmare for Bonefish Bay right now, with 2 members down, and the Rainmaker pushed to 38. That is going to be the wipeout for the side of SCAD Orange, pushing for their final coup de grace of this match. No, looks like the Fizzy Bomb is going to take out that Rainmaker. 10 points left, with 30 seconds left to play. Bonefish Bay needs a miracle to salvage this game.
A miracle indeed, because 20 seconds isn't giving you a lot of time to do this, but Chioni here might be trying to pull off a miracle as they find 2, the Heavy and the T-Tech, to be able to clear some numbers up. Without the cooler as well, they're going to respawn with no specials and only halfway up at the moment. Strikes are coming down from Bonefish Bay, but is the Rainmaker going to get caught up by the Zuka? No, the shots are going to be out, and Neme still has to hold on just a little bit longer. 2 down now, and it's overtime territory. This is very close. They have to get so close, like 10 feet of the Rainmaker check if they want to be able to get this lead.
This could be the push. This could be the push. Here comes Neme. Rainmaker timer is halfway done. The shot's gonna go in. No, not gonna find the pick. Neme's going for the checkpoint. Finally go for it. Yes, that's the lead. Bonefish Bay takes game
1. I'm a little speechless here, Frosty.
That was game 1. That was a slugfest right down to the last second in that overtime, pushing forward and getting the comeback victory, saying, hey, you did that to us, we'll do it to you too. Going into the replays right here, as we're seeing the push start to come out, that's 3 down on the side of SCAD Orange as the Rainmaker's coming down. Sorry, this is not the push, but that's the... That's the shield.
That's the little squeeze onto the wall, the very lovable Rainmaker shield that's going to be hugging to you. But yeah, here is orange side to be able to... what's their name again? I keep forgetting. I couldn't read it.
That would be Aces. Holding
Aces, yeah. Aces' first push was relatively strong as well, but looking at Bonefish's Bay push here, they just had enough numbers and the space here to just dive it down.
And I will say that was good teamwork, having that crossfire on the end zap to keep them busy, where if you stop firing behind the Rainmaker, they'll pinch in and pick you off right before you manage to get the pick on the Rain. You kind of have to choose your priorities. Just unfortunate catch-22 they're put in, but beautiful teamwork from North Carolina there. Going into game number 2, though, I'm starting to think that this could get spicy with Clam Blitz Robo Ramen.
Okay,
I love
but
that.
looking at how these two teams play, I don't know if any exciting things will happen until you get up to the halfway point, or just like, a huge wipe that's happened. Both these teams are playing very patiently, like really patiently.
True. I mean, that's a very intense neutral there, but with a lot more options. A lot of people forget that Robo Ramen does have that underpass area to make those daring flanks and easy access to the left and right sides that a lot of maps in Splatoon don't have because, Lamau Tetris piece.
Lamau Tetris piece, indeed, but this is not a Tetris piece. This is a bowl of ramen that we're gonna be going into. But I'm excited because how do I put it? I really like what Bonefish Bay is going for. The amount of the amount of kill time that they have, like short kill time weapons that they have there, and the sharking capabilities just makes it like thinks a lot more about like the whole defending side of things, because Robo has a lot of ledges and a lot of walls for people to hide, and don't forget the little grates on the right side when you approach ramp as well.
True. On the counterpoint, Lila, I think SCAD Orange has a very strong comp in that they have a designated anchor. They have someone that can
Yeah.
hunker the team down, it's someone to get them back in, somewhere to centralize around. It's a lot of teams will say, okay, well, we don't need a backliner because we'll just move fast, but you need to make sure that you're with each other. The backliner is there to ensure that you have that. And I think that that's a very strong point to their team comp that will help them out a lot.
I'm gonna be a little bit interesting because I'm gonna see. Oh, I was kind of okay. Maybe not. I was gonna be a little bit cheesy and be like, "Hey, it's Clan Blitz, Maybe the heavy will go into the heavy edit, so that they can use the Kraken to do some funny cheesy stuff." But nah.
True. But looking at this right now, we do see the Wiper coming out from Bonefish Bay. Still a very aggressive option, probably with a bit more range support. I guess clipping over those ledges, maybe the Carbon Roller wasn't the smartest choice to get them in easily. Under a lot of fire right now as two go down on the side of SCAD Orange, as Bonefish Bay is making their offense known once again, this time choosing to do so in the first minute rather than overtime and giving me a heart attack.
You still have a lot of room to clear for Bonefish Faye at the moment. That Wavebreaker is going to be stalling them just a little bit as well. But the strikes are going to try and come in from Bonefish Faye to try and help. Unfortunate that they dropped down a little bit because now the other side is going to be trying to push up as far as they could to try and retake this. And like you said, that Wiper is going to be, I think, their triumph card at this point because they have double strikes to get them in. It's only a matter of if this hammer from Cleone is going to be able to clear up some space. Let's go follow them and see what it goes. Trying to come in and counter that with Bitazuka getting a trade, neutralizing the game once again.
Well, right, we do see Tapu on that left side trying to secure as much paint on that platform area as possible. However, it's not going to happen as several members of SCAD are crossfiring and keeping that ground painted. That is the new neutral. Mid doesn't exist now. That's neutral. I have decided this. It exists. Neme right now trying to make something happen with those balls. No, gonna throw them back. Smart move, keeping them alive, making sure the clam economy is going to stay in their favor as we have went back to the old neutral. Reject modernity, return to tradition, Lila.
Yeah, tradition indeed. The mid is still being contested by orange and blue paint alike, and just like you said, the power of clams being able to toss back now for the side of Bonefish Faye just going to give them a lot more edge in trying to build that special. And from the looks of it, Bonefish Faye is going to be able to get that first set of strikes to come out, and nearly all 3 players now on their team has specials as well. But are they going to be able to hold this defense, because they're not able to hold the paint? And I believe Crescent is able to secure some more space with the extra range, but Cleone is going to come in and swing to get the free kills with the hammer. Just completely ignore what the traditions were. Oh,
that's a dangerous push. That's dangerous. Yeah. Oh, that's 3 power clams in, and then a couple more for change as Konamic will go down. That is a wipeout for Bonefish. However, the damage is done. Down to 31 points with half the game left to play. That is a sizable push and definitely nothing to scoff at if you are SCAD Orange right now. Just kind of struggling, trying to get that mid back, but no, Cleone on that right side with Neme trying to keep them back. Hudsonic cannot move forward right now because of this offensive presence, this like itching feeling on the right side that, oh, is there someone here?
Ooh,
Maybe
yeah.
I can't go forward.
You really can't. The suspecting Wiper player that strikes down will always be the little thing that you want to be bugging about, because like you're not sure that if you're just gonna get hammered like last time. They got free down because of it. Now the hammer is gone. They still have the quote new neutral, like you said, and they're just holding it. They're just holding it relatively strong, but they don't have a power clamp built yet, even though they have a 14 clam lead at the moment. There it is. There's that power clamp done and dusted, but they're still contesting on the neutral at the moment.
Oh, SCAD Orange is in a rough spot right now with Smoley being stuck on the bottom side. Has to jump back to the teammates in order to have a bit more influence on the map. A lot of suction bombs coming out, just trying to zone them up.
This?
Oh, Cleone's under the basket. That's 7 clams. Were they trying to get a jump in? Maybe? Wait, huh?
Wait, what is going on? Oh no! Oh wait, no!
Oh,
SCAD
wait, no,
Orange,
that's a push!
Yeah, SCAD Orange is pushing when Bonefish Bay was trying to do a cheesy little strategy, but now it's gonna be SCAD Orange here with the first dunk of the game, but you gotta get at least 2 more power clamps worth of score to get in, but they don't have those clamps. Only Crescent has 3 clamps at the moment, and they're 2 down. Power clamp's gonna jump in, but there's not gonna be enough time. With 1 minute remaining, they have to try and hold overtime for an overtime push here, because for a minute that you've been stalling for so long, you're gonna have to play it out.
Wow, I feel like I just got Jedi mind tricked by that push. I did not see that coming. But unfortunately, no, not going to be enough payoff to flip that lead back. It seems like they might need a bit more of the force to help them out here. Right now, Smoley taking that great, trying to swoop around again. The team is split. It is chaos in the middle of the battlefield right now with 1 member down each. But SCAD Orange slowly moving forward, trying to take that plat area. With Crescent moving up, keeping that team, as we said before, the anchor of the team, moving forward determines where the middle of the fight is going to happen for them. Clearly with the hammer coming out, chasing down aces. There goes Sonic. That's a wipeout with 10 seconds left to play. And I'm pretty sure that is it. Game 2 is going to go to Bonefish Bay, Lila.
Oh my goodness. I think, yeah, the dunk is going to solidify that. That dunk was just the icing on top for Bonefish Bay. The beautifully executed strikes letting the hammer go in to finish off the kills was just beautifully done for Bonefish Bay.
I still don't know what happened with that push. They were trying to get someone in, but then the members like, wait, the Viper's behind us.
And then we killed, yeah. And then we killed 2 in front. So that means nobody's in front.
Sure, yeah, honestly, I like the logic there. Right here, going back to the replay, seeing that devastating hammer, getting those 2 picks, and then that horrifying push if you are on the side of SCAD Orange with not 1, not 2, 3 power clams going in. On the flip side, we see that reverse push, the one that I never saw coming, and I think many people didn't as well, with the hat trick of just running forward like, hey, no one in front, we push now. I like it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, look, if they're too busy being behind you with no clams, and you have all the clams in front of them, then why would you bother going back? You know?
True, but hey, I think this is one example of brawn beats brains, because that push, going into game number 3 here, zones on Mahi. I don't think you're gonna find an opportunity like that again.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to say how Manta was small. I take that back. I forgot Mahi is smaller sometimes.
We love our Tetris S pieces here at the
Yeah. The Tetris piece that gets better when you go below 60.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, better or just more bearable? Because I think it's kind of, it's Mahi, you know, it is what it is, but
you can, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna, like, trying to, like, you know, talk about only the map, but, like, Mahi is definitely a very staple map. That has been in like since the start of S3, right? And it has gotten reworked once. So I believe that it's a pretty good map to like set a staple like Hagglefish and stuff. So it's not like entirely bad, like, you know, because Tetris P is funny.
I don't know if we want to set our metric as it's only gotten reworked once, considering most maps in the game have not gotten reworked. But I mean, that aside, looking at these teams here, I'm thinking that faster comp that Bonefish Bay has might serve them a bit better for a lockout here.
Definitely. I would love to see the carbon roller come back out once again. It might be tight, it might be small, but that just means that there's extra, like, not extra, there's just less space for the carbon to close up on, and then there's just less time needed to just, you know, get those picks as well.
True, and you know, Zuka City. Can't go wrong with what's that? Your team has a gap. Throw another Zuka in there, it'll work out.
You're
But SCAD Orange here has an opportunity with a definitive high ground over that zone. Can they set their Splatling there?
Oh yeah, the high ground, the little snipe pole. Not snipe pole, it's just a little snipe perch. Don't call anything a pole, everyone. It's a tall structure. Yeah. I mean, is there a mahi pole? Can you call the middle thing a mahi pole? On the
It's
zone?
kind of a pole, right? I've been told by our producers that it can be called a pole.
It can't be called a pole, but look, like you said, if you want to go faster, oh, you
That's
bring
a
out the
different
Nautilus. But
Oh,
now
that's not what
Bonefish
I'm looking
Bay,
at.
Bonefish
That's
Bay.
Konamic on the leader.
They kind of flipped it around, you know. Now the big anchor is on the side of Bonefish Bay, but I think that makes sense. The leader has the most range, considering of all the weapons, and now you actually have a one shot as well across the tiny map of Mahi Mahi. I think it'll be worth it. Look, there's the first kill.
Yeah, it looks like it's paying off in spades. And with SCAD Orange saying double it and give it to the next person with those strikes with the double T-Tech. Well, technically double T-Tech, you know, just in appearance alone. Yeah, double T-Tech. Right now, Bonefish Bay going to secure themselves an early lead right here with that zone cap. But no, it is still a messy fight in mid with Konamic forced to retreat. As SCAD Orange is moving forward again, Hudsonic looking to take potentially that right side, set themselves up in a bit more of a difficult, annoying spot to get pushed out of, and giving Bonefish Bay a lot harder of a time of finding their entrance back in, Lila.
Yeah, definitely. Bonefish Bay just has to wait out these strikes at the moment. All 6 of them that just went
That's a
down
lot of strikes.
to be able to hold. But no, Cleone is now on the behind the scenes on the back foot now, just trying to hammer in and deal as much damage from the backside of it, letting Lemmy and Thieves to try and secure the paint onto the zone as they do, applying that penalty for SCAD Orange at the moment. And now one down on the side of SCAD Orange. Bonefish Bay is going to try and take the lead back maybe with the extra fight power that they have.
True, I didn't notice it until the crab came out. That's a V Pro. That is not the Forge Pro that most people can, you know,
yeah.
suction bombed in ice space. No, that is a V Pro with that line marker trying to secure some spicy line marker kills. We love to see it. Cleone right now gonna go and back up Tease, trying to contest that tri-strikes. Yes, they do manage to get the pick. Hudsonic has jumped in. They're stuck between 3 members. Will they be able to get out? No, Tease is gonna clean them up as the lead potentially is going to go back towards Bonefish Bay. Right now is Cleone trying to extend the push forward with the stand. Gonna get picked off by that Nautilus right now. The crab
That's
tank
a
is
crab
up high.
spot.
That is
That-
artillery fire from the top row.
Oh, I love that spot. I've never thought about using a crab like that, but look, that just held off long enough that they just couldn't get the lead. Now that Cleone is on that ledge too, they're just spamming paint and spamming stuff down there that they just can't approach on the left. But Crescent is going to try and approach on the right, does find Cleone, and fighting Neme now, being able to find that trade as well, but the strikes going down on his own is not going to be able to overpaint it. Not neutral. There it is. It's neutral for both of these teams, but it's still a very messy scramble at the moment, but it is going to flip back once on SCAD Orange's side and back to Bonefish Bay, but the penalty still applies for both of these teams.
Well, remember what I said at the beginning of the match with SCAD Orange being a set up their backliner? Yeah, take the same thing, but now apply it to Bonefish, because I didn't know they'd pull a Uno reverse card on me like this.
Yeah.
That leader and that crab tank especially, just being able to deny all these very high traffic areas. Yes, you have that big, bulky triangle thing blocking most of your sight, but you've got enough to block the left and right. At that point, it's very difficult to get in.
Like, you have an E-leader that can stare out the range, right? And then you also have a crab tank to stall out as much as you need by paint and also explode chip shots. But then also you have the hammer to be able to just be sneaky. Like, look, there it is. And then they go down.
There's the hammer right on cue. But as we're seeing here, SCAD Orange putting up a very impressive defense, being able to hold the members off. Even though that crab tank is online, they can't find a space to set it up yet. Maybe that's the cue. Keep them out of the areas that they want to contest, and at that point, you're running away with the match. You're forcing them back into their base. Right now, the lead has swapped again. This is a brutal back and forth. The crab tank coming out, trying to force Crescent out of that right side angle, trying to get their frontliners in. Right now, just kind of hunkering down, keeping the base. There goes the rain. Gonna contest this zone even more. Try to keep that penalty from going all the way down. 2 members from SCAD Orange are gonna go down. Make that 3 as the stamp comes out. It is a 2v1 right now. Ace is trying to do the last man standing right there, skirmishing with that wiper, managing to get the pick.
but it's the lead. The lead is going to be flipping soon for Bonefish Bay, as it does, but 20 is a very scary point, but it's not too scary, because there's 2 down, 3 down for the side of Bonefish Bay, and it's going to be SplatSCAD Orange taking back the lead once again. No, taking back the zone once again to try and get a lead once again here. Bonefish Bay now on the back foot, but has the lead to work with. Are they going to be able to get their specials and set up in time to be able to retake? But they gone 2 down here, Frosty. They just went 3 down here, Frosty.
This could be the stagger that wins them the match. This could be. Will they want to move forward, or will they just hunker down where they are, kind of keep where they are? No, that E-Leader has not gotten into those very contested spots. Currently on the right side, trying to get picks. SplatSCAD Orange has secured themselves the lead right now with 8 points left to play. Bonefish Bay needs to move in now, but no, this game is over. SCAD Orange puts themselves on the board with a 1-2.
A 1-2 is a good place to be. This is a best of 7, right? If I remember correctly.
This is indeed a best of 7.
So
and potentially play all 7 with per CCA tradition. So
yeah.
definitely don't get too comfy with the matches, especially with how.
So technically, what this Orange SCAD just did is just giving themselves a very bigger breathing room, seeing as they don't have to play for the match point. It's not yet. They still have some time.
Oh yeah, the mental reset especially is going to be important here. With, okay, you just dropped 2 games. Having a Game 3 victory could be what you need to get your momentum going again. Splatoon, not a lot of people give themselves enough credit for this, that players are very momentum-based a lot of the time.
Oh yeah.
With having that confidence boost of, okay, we just gave them a hell of a time trying to get back in the zone here. Let's take this into the next game, keep this rolling. On the flip side, we were up 2, we dropped 1. How do we keep going from here? And on tower control, undertow spillway, I've got bad memories from this map, so
it is so momentum based. When you have to bring up that players have to be momentum based. Tower control is all about momentum, and it's on undertow. Do you know how staggered that map can get with those checkpoints? It's really hard for the defending team to contest onto the second checkpoint because it's so far away from spawn. And it just goes to a very hard place for anyone, that because you have to swing really wide to get there, and it takes 10 seconds when you respawn off to be able to get to the right side. And if you don't have your court side on the left on undertow, you're not going to be able to hold, because they have a ramp they can access to go up, Frosty.
You bring up a good point, Lila, especially with I know we criticize Splatoon 3 maps for, oh, you don't have enough different routes. Well, Undertow technically does. It's just that all of them converge in mid, which is just this little tiny, pool noodle sized entryway. And I think they had the right idea. Their heart was in the right place. It just did not pan out for map design.
It really didn't. I mean, look, as interesting as a map mode it is, I do not think it's the worst. It really isn't the worst.
Oh, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. I love this map mode, and I love seeing teams play on it because there's a lot of intricacy to it being able to adapt to who wins the first fight. And I feel like in this match right here, whoever wins this first fight is going to have the upper hand, but they should not get comfortable by any means, because as we've seen, they go back and forth. They don't stop once they see that they've lost.
There's the heavy coming back out though. Yeah, oh wait. Wait, this is interesting. Machine and Carbon Roller is gonna come back out once again, and the Machine has Punisher.
Oh, that respawn Punisher Machine. Oh, that is a daring play. I'm not sure if I like that play, but clearly Bonefish Bay likes it enough to run it. And as we're seeing right here, that Punisher Machine just kind of keeping those fizzy bombs, making sure that, okay, well, you can stay there, but if I get a pick on you, it'll take a while for you to get back.
Definitely. I mean, I do think that Machine with the... I can get the idea, because if you're trying to contest the tower, which I think the weapon that's most suited for is the Machine, but aside from that, Bonefish Bay just went 3 down because of the Inkjet and is going to be able to first push through this first check with those strikes as well.
Beautiful transition, being able to secure themselves an early first check, keeping Crescent on that tower, making the most of their oppressive firepower on that tower. Meanwhile, Tapumasu trying to contest from the left side with that shot. No, gonna get picked off as Smoley behind, just cleaning up the paint that was left over. Konamic not being able to use that RP to its fullest extent, being denied space from those tri-strikes, and just the sheer amount of firepower coming out as SplatSCAD Orange is making their way to the third checkpoint in the first 2 minutes. They are running away with this match right right now.
The momentum definitely is carrying over from last game because it is just the Zap left over right now to try and stop this as fast as they could. But no, the 6 strikes is going to be stalling them last long enough, and that game didn't even last a minute. Splat Orange here has the momentum to back them up, like you said.
Oop, oh, I don't know about like I said. I was like, oh, well, they can go back and forth in the middle. No, that was a definitive just making a statement from that third game and carrying all that aggression, thinking, okay, we're not limited by Mahi and having to stop near a zone. When that objective's coming at you, we are too. Looking at this neutral right here, that is a very messy fight. Cleone being picked off by Aces over there, and T's forced on the retreat with Tapu on the retreat as well. Konami's still stuck on that left side because they don't want to be too committal with that very daring pick, being able to lose that Booyah Bomb for contesting tower. They want to be able to hold on to that, but no, when the Inkjet comes out, that is a shot coming right at you. And from here, it's just kind of a stagger being locked back into mid. You don't really have anything that can push back in when you have a cooler, when you have a Booyah Bomb that just lost its special, things like that. It just makes it difficult to kind of pick yourself up once you've been thrown down, you know?
Yeah, definitely, and especially on tower control when the tower rider and the team has extra special charge, and when the team that doesn't on the defense, it's gonna be an awkward spot because where do you paint out when they have so much specials, and where do you paint out when the tower is approaching you relatively quickly onto your home address?
And speaking of that, let's go to the exact opposite with Rainmaker Crab-Leg Capital, which definitely has a lot more of an open style of play on how will you get in. The important part of this map is there are a lot of options, and when you don't take those options, you are basically giving them to the other team. So
Yeah.
if you go right, left is open. If you go left, right is open. Pick your poison, right?
You gotta get the split push going. You really have to have like at least one person that goes the opposite route to try and get skilling. You don't want everyone to be pushing one side, right? Because let's just say hypothetically, okay, the Rainmaker shield has popped on your side, and you popped it on the bottom left, but someone just walked up with a Zuka and just, you know, that one clip just reenacted, and you all get shot down by one Zuka shot. You don't want that to happen. You want to have at least
special.
someone else. Yeah. You want to have someone else going somewhere else so that not everyone's gonna clump up together. Because these checkpoints are like tight. They're really, really tight.
True, and especially with those grates. I want to see how the counterplay works here. We've seen snipers come out, we've seen splatlings come out. What about these shorter range weapons? How are they going to play around these grates of just having people just out of reach of them potentially? Will we see longer range weapons come out, for example, maybe swapping that carbon roller to a splat roller? Will we see things like the bucket, or the tri-slosher rather, being put into something else, maybe like a regular slosher or something with a bit more range and reach? Or will we see nothing at all because comfort picks are king, and you want to make sure that you have, you know, the ability to play the game? Will it be adaptation to the map, or will the map have to adapt to them, I guess?
I don't know, but seeing as the trend goes, I don't think SplatSCAD Orange is going to be changing much. And as well, I think Bonefish Bay, but we don't know for sure yet. We're going to go and see right now. Is there going to be any changes? Yes, there is. Crescent is going to be foregoing the Zap to be playing, no, the Tri-Slosher for the heavy edit. And then both of them are actually playing heavy edit, and for the orange Zap on the side of Bonefish Bay instead.
Super Chump spotted, let's go! Any chumpers in the chat?
You gotta love it when those silly little guys fly all over the map and just say, I'm gonna be here just a little bit. You can ignore me until I explode.
They're just silly little guys, right? But I do like this pick of the heavy edit on both sides. That mobility on the grates, the ability to have the cooler to get yourself back into the fight. It is a very smart pick to keep something so flexible in just one weapon slot. Keep your other members on something, you know, that what they've been working with, or in the case of Teeps, the best special in the game. I'm totally not biased, as we're seeing right here. 2 members go down on the side of SCAD Orange. The Zuka's coming out trying to contest. That is a double from downtown.
It's just like I said, you don't want to get face checked by the Zuka like that. It's a reactable special, people. You can react to it. But it is going to be SCAD Orange here on the back foot now with the Rainmaker and the specials ready to go. But it's just going to have to watch out for Bonefish Base's defense here because that Carbon Roller is going to get on top of you and it's going to be slamming that thing right in your face.
As a resident expert on the best special in the game, I will say their tactic with using that carbon deco with those chumps is brilliant. Being able to provide the carbon enough space to move around that if you're clearing out the chumps, you are within range, as we're seeing right here. Going to kind of clean up 2 of those picks, get that Rainmaker, keeping it down on that bottom right side. And right now, with the specials still charging up, just kind of getting ready for this pushback. Clooney up top, gonna get picked off by Smoley. Going around, picking off the May over there with Teeth, still trying to keep that that Rainmaker from going back into SCAD Orange's clutches. Rainmaker is gonna reset, so they bought themselves a bit more time. But with 2 specials online, Bonefish Bay does have an opportunity to keep this on. The strike's gonna come out, keeping the members of Orange away from that Rainmaker. In return, the strike's come out, but no, 2 members each are going to go down. That is a trade-off.
Free.
It's a 1v1. The heavy edit versus the shot. What will happen?
They know where each other are, but they're both being like, nah, let's just wait. Let's just do a little 5-second truce. Wait for everyone to be back. And I'm just going to use Azuka right on top of you to get one of your mates.
Yeah, picking off that carbon roller before any shenanigans ensued. Tapu also gonna go down. Sonic is on a tear on that top, but no, gonna go ahead and get picked off by that heavy edit. Right now, it is very messy right now, with Bonefish Bay kind of split, but that just means more areas that Orange has to worry about. Kalani with that carbon roll and moving around the right side, trying to get the pick on the heavy edit. Will they be able to find it? No, picked up themselves!
That's unfortunate. You don't really want to see that, but Tapu is going to be able to get that checkpoint on that left side, but they're going to be going 2 down here of Bonefish Bay. It is going to be SCAD Orange here with the advantage, but they still have to get a checkpoint and a little bit more to be able to get this lead. And seeing how this mid fight is going to go, it is very rough for them to be able to get that pick, but the heavy edit did just go down with the cooler, so they're just going to be back fast at this point, and they just got chucked up by a splat bomb. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that is a nasty shot, especially because you can't really see much when you're firing with the Rainmaker from that angle, you know? You've got that big, shiny, bright thing in your face and all the explosions going off. It's a lot to keep her. But no, Cleone going on a tear right behind, picking off not 1, but 2 members, looking for aces. Yes, they do manage to get the pick. Gonna get picked off by that heavy. However, the damage is done. Mid-control is still in the favor of Bonefish Bay. They are not willing to get rid of this momentum, are they?
No, they're not, but like even with the numbers down at the moment, SCAD Orange still hasn't able to find something to be able to hold the space, as the Octo Shot is going to be able to strike down, holding the Rainmaker up just a little bit longer, and Bonefish Bay is going to be able to regroup here to try and hold on just a little bit longer. The Rainmaker is going to be picked up quickly and swiftly by SCAD Orange, striking to the right, indicating that they're going to be trying to go as fast as they could, and going to be lasered down by Neme's heavy edit, and now the Carbon is going to be there to clean up the rest.
This is a tough spot if you are on SCAD Orange right here. Seeing that Rainmaker in the possession of the enemy and not having a concrete way to contest it, as we're seeing 2 members go down to that heavy edit, taking a very strong position, just firing down the line at everyone coming up that wall. Bonefish Bay can play the waiting game right here. They are still a checkpoint up, so they have some time. However, letting go of that advantage even for a second could spell disaster. Right now, SCAD Orange looks like they're a lot closer to that Rainmaker. Gonna go ahead and get the pop. However, they need to be able to contest this high ground. Hot Sonic trying to find the way forward. They do find the heavy edit. They do have the high ground. The Zuka's coming out to contest. It's a Zuka fight. What goes down?
Hot Sonic! Hot Sonic is going to be able to find 2 of the Zuka. That's going to be actually huge. I don't know if that was true, but Hot Sonic might have just gotten a quad. Yeah, they have to move soon. 7 seconds left on the clock. Don't die to the Carbon here, and it's going to be able to fight that checkpoint. They just have to move by 1 inch if they want to get this lead here. Splat Orange, they have the numbers. They have the strikes. They're going to be able to pop that shield, and they're going to be able to run it by 1 point and take the lead.
Oh, that is exactly the same thing we saw before with that last minute take back of that lead. Oh, is it hot in here? Like, whew.
Yeah, the last minute lead swap is definitely like very strong, as well as Hud Sonic being able to put a hat trick of getting 2 Zuka kills and then 2 more kills with the splatter shot. That really was something magical, because as long as we know, we've been 2 minutes into the game, Bonefish was able to clear check but not able to push even further, and then SCAD Orange just managed to do all of that in 20 seconds of the round, including overtime.
And those 20 seconds sound short, but they were not, because all of those pushes were just down to the wire of just a lot of fire going left and right. Can't really see where you're going and that kind of stuff, but just barely putting that Rainmaker just enough to get that lead, especially right here at the end of the game. Using those strikes, keeping the members back. The Chumps, unfortunately, while they are the best special in the game, not going to hold up against those strikes, taking down the cover that they needed to get in and securing SCAD Orange that match. Going into game number 6 on Clamblitz Scorch Gorge, this is notorious for being a volatile map, where pushes will go from 0 to 100 very fast.
It is 0 to 100 indeed. This is looking to be a... Is it a reverse sweep technically? Yes?
No, they have games in the middle.
not.
That's not a reverse.
Yeah.
Nah.
Not yet. They're close. But like, SCAD Orange is close to the trophy, to the first, not trophy, to the set win here. One more game.
Their week 3 match.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
Did we give
look,
those out?
imagine you get a trophy every time you win one of your league weeks. That would be really cool.
That sounds expensive, and I don't think I can embezzle enough money from DRS to do
Just
that.
do plastic.
so-
Just do plastic.
That's still, I don't think I can embezzle enough money from DRF to make that happen. But I mean,
Yeah.
if I can get his wallet, but
Yeah, maybe.
either way. But looking at these keys to victory again, coordinating specials and pushes, we saw that from SCAD Orange. They are making that promise of reality. But what I think Bonefish Bay, what their next, I guess, what their key to the keys of victory will be right here is notably their third key to victory, keeping the aggression high, keeping that pressure on. If you give SCAD Orange the opportunity to set up their perfect push, they will find it. But if Bonefish Bay wants to push them back, don't give them that opportunity in the first place, you know?
Yeah, don't give them that, because they've been always getting those first pushes and holding on to that lead. But SCAD Orange seems to be able to like switch it back. So they're definitely one to make it very interesting and make it very close and keep us on our toes.
On our toes, indeed. They're keeping me in like a permanent state of just what's gonna happen. I'm watching
Jaw
this
drop.
game. Just who's where?
Who is where and where is who? You just gotta keep yourself like very safe as well, because on Clam Blitz on Scorch Gorge, you're gonna have to watch out for anyone sharking on those ledges if they're playing Carbon once again, if it's on the side of Bonefish Bay. Actually, no, they're gonna bring out the 96 cal deco for the Kraken and Wall.
Forget my existential crisis. I'm having a new one looking at this. That's an interesting pick. Because remember we mentioned before about not having Kraken cheese? That's on the table now, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, and I think if I understand it correctly, on the side of Bonefish Fate, they subbed out for the extra shooter player, I believe.
Oh, true. Having a bit more of a oppressive firepower. Maybe going for that keeping the aggression high thing of just having so much DPS flying around that contested spots are off the table for SCAD Orange. As we're seeing right here, 2 members are going down. The Waybreaker is out with the Zuka, trying to keep the members back, stall for a little more time, get the team together.
Ooh.
However, never mind. They managed to do so, trading 2 back as well. And it looks like this neutral is going to stay just that. Never mind. I need to stop talking.
Not yet. The cooler effect on the side of Bonefish is going to be able to get them back so quick that they didn't even lose special and lose space. It's still mid-contention for both of these teams at the moment. And you gotta understand right now, Splats Orange here does not have cooler. They do not have the juice. They do not have the fast respawns. They do not have the keep all specials. So at the moment, Bonefish Bay, as long as they play to their cooler and play to their specials, they have complete control of the map. But if they don't, then this is going to be spelling trouble.
True. That good soup tacticooler. That's what you need to kind of take these messy fights that have been happening, with just 1, 2 people going down. If you want to get back in and keep that advantage that you've given yourself, you need to sorry. You need to fully commit to having that. Smalley going down to Neme over here on that 96 cal, and managing to get a crucial pick, keeping more of those strikes out of play for longer. Because that's what SCAD Orange has been using to slowly force their way in. They're like, okay, you're not going to give us a hole. We're going to make ourselves 3 tiny ones that'll, make a bigger one.
But those holes are gonna get patched up really quick here. Neme is gonna be trying to crack an in and be trying to find that pick, but no, they're gonna be dropped down instantly as well. And now Scat Orange is going to be able to start that score on a 2-down situation and get those smaller clams in to extend their score just by a little bit. But the Tri-Slosher is gonna be able to dunk onto them and stopping that from happening anymore. It's just Smalley with 2 clams able to score that in and able to extend that lead down to a 59. That first push is well done here. Bonefish needs to be able to find something, some form of a special or a pick to be able to stop this push because it just keeps going. The score is just ticking down at the moment.
Well, SplatSCAD Orange Team is doing a great job of keeping that basket open for as long as possible. I don't know if you caught it there, but Smoley just stopping near that bump. Most people just chuck all your clams and get all those points, go next. No, if your team has the advantage and you have the option to slowly chuck those clams and keep that timer rolling, that's what you need to get your team back in whenever you're down. That was a very smart play of just holding mid control. But no, Neme over here, going in with a very daring play, scoring 1 pick. The power clam is on the plat of SplatSCAD Orange. It looks like it's going to go down as the remaining members are forced to retreat away from that. A very daring play did not pan out quite as hoped.
It didn't. It really didn't. And now it is back to the neutral parts of the map, just chucking bombs and chucking paint, and hopefully maybe something will happen. You get like a pick or 2, and the Tri-Slosher is going to try and initiate that to try and get the heavy air, and there it goes, but trading out 2 players in the process with the bombs and the strikes as well. Able to find some space here. Scat Orange is going to try and strike in and get those space going in, but this is going to be going down to Koyonic on the Slosher at the moment, just pulling all the weight in mid. They got the heavy, and now they got a 2, still staying alive and getting cooler for their team. This is going to be setting up a huge push for the side of Bonefish as they get 2 down.
A huge push indeed. That's 2 members down. If you are SplatSCAD, you are up in the set. This is match point for you. However, you cannot get comfy, as we've seen here, with 2 members going down. Trying to transition that into a push. Not going to quite find that as the 96 does go down. Crack and Cheese is out of the equation for the next couple seconds. They have 1 minute left to play. They have the clam economy and a little bit of mid. Not too much, but just enough to move around and stay comfortable for a while. But they need to secure another pick here in order to keep themselves in this competitive set.
It really is gonna have to be a make or break situation for Bonefish Bay, but they do have the clam economy to start this push. I think they're just trying to make the power clam as fast as they can and just trying to crack and cheese it, but 1 does go down, and the clams are finally gonna be passed on to each other. Come on, one of you just needs 1 clam to be able to get that power. They do, but the Kraken's gonna come in, and they have a flank behind them. They gotta watch that before they're gonna be able to crack and cheese, because the power is lost. Neme is gonna be able to grab it, but the Kraken is gone. There's no more push. It's gonna be 1 down as well, and it's gonna be 16 seconds left on the clock here with 1 special and 2 power clams. Make that 2 down for the side of Bonefish Bay. It is looking like Scat Orange has this game in the bag at the moment.
Oh, and with 7 seconds to play, they do still have overtime. So they can make this happen, but they need to be careful of not feeding this Zuka right here. As the shots are coming out, going over the wall blind, not managing to get a pick. However, the ball is still online. Tapu holding onto that ball for dear life as they're trying to just push forward. 2 members are down from SCAD Orange. The Kraken's out.
There it is.
Are they getting
There
the jump
it
in?
is.
The jump's coming in? No? No, it looks like they're just walking it forward. Okay, no, the ball is missed.
Wait, they
The
missed.
ball's missed.
They missed it. That's gonna be overtime. That wasn't. Oh no! That's so pain. Oh my god. Oh, that I can feel the pain from the octo shot there. Oh no.
Oh, if I can hear in that call, it is either silence or sobbing. Oh, I've been there. Trust, I've been there. That is it.
Oh my
It
god.
happens, you know.
Oh my god. They got there. They were like inches away from hitting the clam basket.
They were there. Opening the basket, yes. Not sure about having enough clams to transition into the lead, but enough to keep the game going. And, you know, that's all you really need.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
But in classic
Yeah.
CCA tradition, are we getting the play all 7 potentially?
How do we know? How do we know if the teams are going to be playing all 7? I mean, the last game, technically now.
Oh, perfect. All right,
Okay,
cool.
okay.
As per CCA tradition, for those not familiar, we do run a play all 7 format during the main season, which means all 7 of these map modes will be played
Oh
regardless
my
of how the
goodness.
set goes. And Splat Zone's Hagglefish Market is exactly what I want to see for that
What is-
7th map.
What is with tournaments today? I played in Low Ink this morning. That has the last and final map mode as Splatstone Hagglefish as well on the 6th round. and CCA this week too. It's like
Save the
such
best
a-
for last. You guys are having.
I don't know if it's best for last. It's like title deciders, you know, like set deciders. But they just put like the most popular and most consistent map up there as the title decider. So you know that whoever practiced the most on this specific map mode, they're gonna know what they're doing.
True. I mean, then again, maybe I am one of those people where I practice this map mode because I love Hagglefish Market. That I am a Hagglefish believer. If there's one fan of Hagglefish Market on this planet, it is me. I am there. If there is zero, I have left this earth.
If there's zero, I have left this earth.
It's true.
Well.
It's good. People are just cowards.
It is good. I think it's just people are getting bored and playing it like some maps in the other competitive games, you know. But it's not gonna be our time to judge because this is now the extra game 7 in CCA traditions, like you said. I'm gonna be playing this out, and no changes looking so far.
We do see the N-Perry duels come out.
Still with the Kraken too. Oh, that's interesting.
Interesting. I do like the play with the N-Perry dualies, making use
Oh.
of that flank up. There is a
Never
ending
mind.
of the battle.
Never mind.
Interesting.
I think they wanted to switch players or something. Maybe we'll just wait and see what they're trying to cook up. Let them cook, honestly.
Let them cook. And I'm glad you said the word cook because I'm going to take the most of this opportunity to plug something.
Oh
where,
my
Don't
God.
forget, the CCA Tailgate Cookbook Chump Change submissions are live. Go ahead and let me actually grab the link eventually. That would probably be helpful if I want to plug this. But I guess for a little bit of context. Oh, yeah. One sec. I got you. Hold up. So, for context, the CCA Tailgate Cookbook is a passion project fueled by you, the members of the CCA community, where you'll go ahead and submit recipes where they will be released in this little cookbook right before the division finals. You know, give people something to cook, you know, cheer on their favorite team, celebrate the CCA. Last year we had a astounding, like, 30-something submissions. And we're talking dishes like I think there was like white hot chili. There was some sort of like pineapple tacos for the podcast that Chrono won't stop trying to get me to make.
That sounds really funny. Can I put in my crispy chicken in there?
Honestly, go for it. The only caveat to this is I heard something. True, yeah, sorry, let me grab it. I'm sorry. I keep getting sidetracked talking about it. But
No. I mean that sounds very fun. Yeah, go for it. Cookbook. I have not personally heard about this, but this sounds like a very fun passion project from everyone here in CCA. And over what? You said 30, 50 submissions, and that's quite a lot for people to go through.
Mm-hmm. Last season we had over 30, and we're looking to have just as many here with the new chump change. There's a reason it's called chump change, where you have a budget limit of $20. Because, you know, college students, I can't expect everyone to be able to, you know, have a bunch of money on hand to buy all this, like, expensive stuff. Nah, we're talking, like, okay, no one microwave cheese on a Pop-Tart, but same idea.
Oh my God.
Please, no one do that. I will
Please
personally
don't do
delete
that.
that if you microwave cheese on a Pop-Tart and submit that.
That sounds really, really concerning.
I mean, Pop-Tarts are ravioli, so...
Yeah, there it is. There's the
tailgate cookbook reaction.
Oh
Yo.
my God. Yo, hey guys, welcome to another live reaction. Today we have the live tailgate cookbook submission forum. Oh, never mind. We're back onto the building again. We're
The
back
team
in
said,
the
you know what,
building
you're cooking
again.
too much. You're cooking too much.
We're back in the building again. Are they bringing back the Cleone? Yes, they are. They're bringing back Cleone. Outside of Bonefish Bay, I believe.
Yep, looks like they're running it back with the same comp. That is a ballpoint Splatling.
Ballpoint.
And a
DC.
All right.
Yes. In tradition of the commentary sets that I do, I always seem to have one person disconnecting.
Love to sit back to the live tailgate cookbook. Yo, it's real.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's so blurry, but it's fine. Is it actually? No, it's not. It's fine. It looks
it's
just fine. Yeah, there it. But if you're interested, just start cooking. Maybe share your meals. What gets you through the days of life 24/7 in college if you're interested, and just put it up there.
100%. The deadline for that is going to be the end of week 4. That's right, the end of week 4. So before you play those week 4 matches, go ahead and submit those recipes, or I will be very sad and I will cry. No, you know what? I'll get a comm block on week 5, and I won't commentate. I'll just cry the whole time.
The crying
loud,
commentary.
ugly sobbing. Yeah, exactly.
Just add a single droplet of tear on your chum profile picture as well.
Oh no, it's not gonna be. I'm just gonna turn on my actual camera, and then just on the side of the match, it's gonna be me sobbing profusely.
Profusively swapping because nobody submitted the recipes because I need those recipes for my own purposes.
I am seeing right now asking what's on the tailgate menu. That's the best part. Community decides. Whatever recipes are submitted are going to be put on the tailgate menu. So, looking for an astounding lack of a certain type of food? Make it yourself. Put it on there, you know?
Yeah, but food can be
Attempts
aside for now. I am hungry for more competitive gameplay, and it's going to be very interesting to see a very big swap of weapons because the carbon roller is on. Wait, no, there it is. Yeah, no, Koyonic is on the ballpoint, and clearly is back on that carbon roller. Nice.
Going into this, we've talked about these teams having messy neutrals before. I'm thinking we're going to see something similar, but it might steamroll because Hagglefish is a map where you do not want to lose control early. The lead flipping back and forth, SCAD just getting a couple points here and there, trying to get, oh, that's a devastating pick on the Dene over here, forcing Tease to retreat away from the zone, chased by the strikes, and it looks like SplatSCAD Orange is going to be in the driver's seat, getting Tease. The cooler is offline!
Oh my goodness! And even shutting down the inkjet mid-air as well. The icing on top of that. But now Neme with the crab tank is gonna try and get these little pesky ants under the canopy to get out with the help of Cleone on the Zuka, as well being able to get 2 down and probably, hopefully, get the zone flipped as is back into a messy contention into mid. Once again with those strikes trying to swarm them out, but they're just only going to be able to find. Actually, they went 1 down after those strikes. It is still Bonefish Bay with that lead at the moment.
Right, and we did see before their strategy of throwing the strikes behind the zone to try and force the members forward to initiate a fight. We've seen that SCAD Orange can hold their own in that fight, get 1, 2 down, but when that fight is drawn out, it looks like that aggression kind of tapers off a bit. That's what they don't want to see. Neme over here using that crab tank, keeping SCAD Orange off of that very highly contested zone, as the strikes are going to flip it right back, giving them penalty. That it looks like they're trying to just give them penalty again and again, prevent them from pushing, right?
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, just looking at it, these penalty points are definitely small, but very significant in terms of just delaying the lead as long as possible. But no more penalty points for SplatSCAD at the moment. It is going to be ticking down to their actual points. But now Smolly with the strikes is going to try and hold them back just a little bit. Like you said, striking their court instead of their zone is going to be trying to stall out that inkjet as well. And it's going to be able to get their zone still on their favor.
SCAD Orange is playing very smart, kind of all grouping up on the right side, very risky play, but they are making sure that their only angle to be flanked on is covered. The second that someone goes over, they have someone covering it. But no, splitting off and letting Cleone in. That is 2 picks with that Zuka, as it is 2 and 2 right now, with Hudsonic and Crescent defending on SCAD Orange with Konamic, and I think that was Teats. No, never mind. The rest of the members are coming up. Doesn't matter right now.
It really doesn't
so
matter.
The crab online, moving over towards the middle of the map, just holding the back. The strikes are coming out. Desperation forcing the members left and right, but no, 2 members going down. Bonefish Bay taking this match by the horns again.
But definitely so. It is keeping up with the pace of it because Bonefish Bay now does not have any more penalty points as well as 2 numbers to work with to try and get this lead back from a 60 down to a 33. It's going to be a stretch. It's going to be a bit, but Orange team here is going to be able to try and strike the zone to get it back, but it didn't really hit it. They just struck their court, and now it's going to be back to neutral contention as they have to jump out and cleared up that neutral once again. Back to the messy neutral like we see before. 45 points down to a 33. It is going to be flipped back for Orange team, but Cleone with the flank is going to be coming back fast because of that cooler, I believe. 3 down now on the side of Orange team.
And right now, Acer striking on the right side, trying to secure members forward as Neme is charging them down. Yep, gunning ho again and get that pick with 20 penalty points left to tick down with a little over a minute left to play. This is a very intense moment that Bonefish Bay needs to hold their ground, secure their offense, and try to get this lockout going. 2 members of SplatSCAD Orange down. They looks like they're going to go ahead and get this lead. Cleone forcing the members back on the right side with Konamic keeping the left down lock. It is a 2-front war, and SCAD Orange is caught in the middle of it. These strikes are coming down, desperately trying to get that pick on Cleone. Yes, they are going to do so. The Zuka coming out, trying to get Tees. Not going to quite find their mark as Tees is just skating around that hitbox. Gonna get picked off by that heavy Yeti. No, Neve on the right side. It is chaos, and that is game for Bonefish Bay, making this set 4-3 for SplatSCAD Orange. Not giving up till the very end. I respect it. Kudos.
Kudos to them indeed. This is very, very well deserved done. Words coming out of my mouth. This is well done for the side of ScAds Orange, and as well as Bonefish Bay being able to carry out to the last 7th game. Congratulations once again to Orange. This is week 2, I believe, correct? Right? Or week 3? This is week
3, and that is one hell of a game for week 3. That is okay. That is probably one of my favorite games this season. Honestly, that was intense back and forth.
Both of these teams just played really, really like neutrally, but when the fighting happens, they go all out. Both of these teams, they have to fight as much as they need to be able to secure that advantage as much as they need, and props to them to be able to execute them so perfectly sometimes.
Yeah, and I guess just I want to see where these teams go from here, because with a set like that, potential, like, hey, I mean, I'm not an insider type of guy, but if you have a set like that, maybe like scrim or something, you know, like that seems worthwhile, right?
Yeah, you're gonna need a little bit of practice before going into next week with different maps and different teams. You don't know who you're gonna bump into. But yeah, it's gonna be they're gonna need that. They're gonna be needing that, I believe.
And I guess for whatever group that is, yeah, have fun bumping into either of these teams, because they shown they can definitely give us a show here.
Jelly.
But with the jelly making coffee in the background, reminds me that it is time for our coffee break, because our time calming this set is over. However, you watching on Twitch, don't go anywhere, because right after this we have a Division 1 match for you. This has been Frosty. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and Discord at Control-Alt-Defrost. Like the keyboard shortcut, but I butchered the ending. Lila, where can the lovely people find you?
Thank you, Frosty, for that awesome transition. You can find me also on Twitter, X, whatever you call it now, under the handle of Lila vs. Vscope. I am not too active recently, but be sure to follow. I don't know. I don't do much recently, but yeah, thank you for having me today. Ooh.
And thanks for calming with me. Time to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's share it. Let's go.
Heck yeah. And don't go anywhere.